You guys remember last year there were those earthquakes in Turkey? You remember that? That was pretty heavy. You saw the videos, the pictures? It was not good, man. We're very lucky to be here, you know, where we are. If you see these pictures, it puts things in perspective. So these earthquakes that happen in Turkey, I just want to ask, you think that it's possible that, just hear me out, do you think it's possible that it's karma for Turkish ice cream? You know, because if you saw the video, it was literally, is this your house? Is this your house? Don't worry, I'm actively going to therapy, so. Look, I understand it's insensitive. You can't make jokes about the annihilation of Turkey. Or as they call it in America, Thanksgiving. Forget jokes, you can't say things now, dude. Everything is an issue. Everything's a fucking issue. That day, I took a picture of the rain and put it on my story. And I said, I love rain. Fucking 1,000 people started responding to me. Oh, you privileged asshole. You love rain. You realize that people's houses get flooded in the fucking rain? While you're living in your fucking ivory tower, you privileged asshole? I said, you're right. I'm so sorry. I deleted it. I took a picture of the rain and I said, I hate rain. Fucking 1,000 people responded to me. Oh, you hate rain. You know farmers need rain? All you do is get your fruits and vegetables from air-conditioned stores, you fucking avocado asshole. I said, you're right, I'm so sorry, I deleted it. I took a picture of the rain, I said, rain. Then one guy responded to me saying, हाँ भोसड़ी के मेरे को भी दिख रहा है. Social media is like a wild place now. You can't even use the word influencer anymore. You can't. They start crying and all. You gotta call them creators. Creators. Do you remember when God was a creator? Bro, I used to love his reels. You guys also just waste time watching reels. Just avoid dealing with your life. Just watching anything. Just there's a notification. Your credit card bill is due since 6 months. Hada! I'm watching anything at this point. Anything. Just a dog and a cat. And they are best friends. In Ottawa. I saved it. I don't know why. It's not like when my dog comes home, I'm going to be like, yeah, that intercast. Just fucking watching reels. The next reel is this woman and she's like, here's 5 ways you can save money when you go to Bali. I saved it. Because guys, one day I will be in Bali. I believe in myself. I believe that one day I will be there and I will get conned by a rickshawala. And when I get conned, I'll be like, hey. You can't con me. I follow travel tips with Pinkesh. You know what? That's fine. Listen, that's fine. This is the times we live in. Everyone should make content. Everyone should consume content. It's fine. So be it. But as a society, can we draw a line somewhere? Somewhere. And that is that therapists making reels. I'm on this fucking app to avoid dealing with my problems. Suddenly this woman's like, here's 5 reasons why your mother never loved you. I saved it. I went to this therapist once and she tells me, you know, Raunaq, social media is the problem. And I was like, bro, that's where I fucking found you. First of all, guts. She calls herself a doctor. And she says, Raunaq, I can't fix you. I can only give you the tools to fix yourself. Imagine if your heart surgeon said that. Raunaq, ye le chaku, ye le band-aid. I believe in you. Journal every day, huh? You gotta hear this. Once a therapist tells me, Raunaq, you have to be your own parent. Because your parents were not your parents. I was like, what kind of psycho thriller is this? What in the Karthik calling Karthik? Because you can't be your own parent, okay? You can't. That day, I caught myself masturbating. And I was like, finish it, beta. And she says, no, that's not what I meant. What I meant was, you need to have a parental voice at all times, parenting you. Before you make actions and interactions, it should talk to you. So now, when I meet my friends, I just say to myself, Dekh wo kitna kama raha hai? And she says, no, that's not what I meant. Then what did you mean? She says, what I meant was, you need to be what your parents should have been. So I got divorced. Obviously, this is a joke, so don't mention it to my wife. It's just that I'm planning on surprising her, so. I'm going to tell you the story of the first time I went to therapy. I was living with my parents at that time, which is why I went anyway. The thing is, I've had one of those fathers, okay, who's always told me, this is my house, this is my roof, you do what I tell you to do. You want to do your own thing, grow up and find your own house. Now he comes to my house and he's like, why is there cocaine here? I was 19 when I first made an affirmative decision that I cannot stay here. The story goes like this. I'm 19. My parents weren't at home, so I called my girlfriend over. We're doing what girl and boy do by themselves alone in a house. Suddenly, the bell rings. It's my mother. She came sooner than expected, which is why I had to come sooner than expected. At least that's what I told her. I was like, usually it takes longer. I don't know. You ever get almost caught? You ever almost caught and you start doing overacting, just... Oh, hi, what are you doing? Yeah. You know, we were just discussing, what's better, IIT, IIM? And while I'm talking to my mom, she's not listening, she's staring at my face. And she goes, why is there lipstick on your mouth? And without missing a beat, I said to her, because I was trying it on. I found it easier to tell my mother I'm transitioning. I said, this is not good. I have to, sit and talk to them. A couple of days passed. I sat my parents down, and with my newfound decision, I said to them, hey, listen, I'm not going to be here forever. And my dad was like, what? You have cancer? And I was like, no, I think it's best if you know already that at some point, I will move out of your house. And this was too close to the lipstick incident, okay? My father didn't say anything, but I could see what he's saying. So he was looking at me like, fucker, you want space to have sex. The one thing you took from me. You fucking wildcard entry. And my my father didn't take me too seriously. I'll tell you what, my father's a very religious man. And one of the good religious principles he's taught me is that there is God in everything. You go out, there's God in plants, there's God in animals. You come home, there's God in parents. There's God in his daughter, my elder sister, the goddess of wealth. His son, Chutya. I took it up as a challenge. So I worked my ass off. 5 years, I saved money everywhere I could. I worked as hard as I could. And then I went to my parents at the age of 24 and I said, hey, I'm ready to finally move out. I found a house within my budget. It's, close by so that I can come here and wash my clothes. See, my parents at that time and even now were in their 50s, are in their 50s, okay? And they're in good health, touch wood. But suddenly they started acting like they're 95. My mother started guilting me. She was like, oh, but what if we slip in the bathroom and fall? And I was like, dude, I'm leaving the entire house empty for you. Why are both of you in the bathroom? My dad's approach was very different. He was like, what is this moving out and all for growth? We have to live in our parents' house for full life? Huh? Anything wrong with us? And I was like, yes. And you know what? I think I crossed a line because I'm sure I pissed my father off. I shouldn't have said that because his reaction was, Mommy! And my grandmother came and beat me up. See, I make these jokes, yes, but of course I was feeling guilty, okay? I don't want to hurt my mom and pops. I don't want to break their heart. And I didn't know what to do with these feelings. So I asked around and I asked for a therapist. And my friend tells me, take this therapist's number. This is the best therapist you can go to. His clients are ex-army people. Ex-army people who have war PTSD. People who've lost limbs and friends in battle. You want me to go to this therapist and be like, actually, my mommy na पकाती है यार. I was like, please find me a fucking average therapist. I got a bunch of recommendations. I picked one of them based on the fact that this guy's clinic was in Bandra. You know how it is, right? Bandra is an aesthetic place, okay? Bandra, the dogs don't do tutty, they do poo-poo. I was like, maybe he knows what he's doing. I show up at his clinic, and this is how it's set up, all right? This is how it's set up. This is where the guy is sitting, all right? And here is a picture of his degree. Here is a picture of another degree. Here is a picture of him receiving degrees. And right behind him is a picture of his mother and father. What do I say here? I didn't realize how transactional it would be. Okay? Because he was just like, next, come on. And I don't know what to, I was just, sometimes stomach paining. Sometimes eyes water. Should I take Digene? I will take Digene. And he was like, hey, sit here, talk to me. And what the fuck do you say to a person who you don't know? So I just started being vague, you know. I said, I'm at that age where I don't know if I've been able to draw boundaries with people I love, and it's affecting my relationship with them, especially with my parents. And the entire time, this guy is not making eye contact with me. His mother at the back, she's staring at me. She's fucking looking at me, she's like, shameless boy. My son would to never do all this. The reason he was not making eye contact is because everything I said, he was writing. Just fucking writing. And I'm just thinking, fuck, ye kisi ko dikhane wala hai. Now, I don't know what to say. So I am talking to him like I'm answering a 20-mark essay. Love is a subjective concept. It means different things in different cultures. This goes on for 5, 8, 15 minutes and he goes, hey. Would you say that your father is emotionally distant and negligent, and your mother is a narcissist who does not respect your space? And up until now, I thought if I go to him, he will give me feedback about me. So when he said that, I was like, yeah. Kya mudda pakda, boss? Then I just zoned out. I was like, so I don't have any issues, na, chal. I was like, I'll call the narcissist and then he tells me, you have to realize that you came here. So we will work with you. You can't expect others to change. He says, say more. And what more do I say now? So again, I'm saying the same answer in different words. Different cultures have different meanings of love. Parental responsibilities are, and then he says, okay, after 15 minutes. Okay, I have enough. Now, my assistant will come see you and she will take you to another room where she will conduct some tests. Don't laugh, I'm not getting a hand job. It was a nice elderly lady. She came to me, she took me to the other room, asked me to take off my pants. So she conducts these tests, okay? The first test she does is a BuzzFeed personality test. It's literally, are you indoor person, outdoor person? And I was like, I don't know, bro. Sometimes it's hot, so I don't go out. So I did what I've done in every test all my life, guys. I took the pen and I wrote an Om on top. And I closed my eyes and ticked on whatever came my way. If God really loves me, तो मैं पागल होऊंगा. I submitted the test. Now it's time for the next test. It's called the Raunaq test. Some of you know what it is. The rest of you, you've seen this in movies. There's a piece of paper and there are ink blots on it. Now what you see here is how you perceive the world. So for example, let's say you see a lotus. That means you don't believe in BBC documentaries. Frankly, I don't know why y'all clap at this. This is what the guy told me. I'm just repeating his words, so I'll give you his number, you take. So now what happens is this nice lady is asking me what I see and what I tell her she's going to note down. But the problem is sometimes, not every time, sometimes. Okay, maybe a little more than sometimes. I saw breasts. Now, I can't tell this nice elderly lady, Auntie, boobs likho. Auntie, 1300135. For the 30 people who laughed at that calculator porn joke, you are my audience. But she's being really insistent, okay? She's saying, so, what is it that's going on in your mind? Just say it and I will write it down. Don't worry, just your first thoughts, anything. And I'm just, anything, whatever. Don't overthink, just say, sparrow. She picks up the paper, she goes, these are 2 concentric circles. What the fuck is sparrow about this? And why have you been saying sparrow for 1 hour? Finally, I found something that was not this, so I was so excited. I said, hey, dick and balls. She goes, dude, that's the QR code. Scan, pay, fuck off. They told me, come back for your report in 7 days. Guys, 7 days, what if I'm a psychopath? Just gonna let me be free on the road? Oh, it's Wednesday already. Hi, I'm here for my report, guys. So they give me the report. It says, Raunaq Rajani, mental health diagnosis, whatever. You want to know what it said? Yes. Outdoor person. Okay, I'll tell you what he really said, okay? First you open this file, and first few pages is just this bullshit that man wrote, okay? Fucking keep turning around, and there are those tests, okay? And then finally are the results. It says, Raunaq Rajani, anxious, depressive. Anxious, 31%. Depressive, 24%. Which is obviously bullshit, because that's 55% already, and I'm 70% water. There were a couple of more things too, but frankly, I didn't pay attention to them because I have, untested learning disabilities also. But one of the things that did catch my eye was sexual deviancy. 6%. And I was like, bro, if you knew how many boobs I really saw. So, I was obviously a little concerned. So I was like, hey, this anxious, depressive thing, should I worry about it? And, maybe she was just saying it to make me feel happy. But she said, hey, don't worry. Considering the current lifestyles, everybody has a certain amount of anxiety and a certain amount of depression. It's nothing we can't work with. Just relax. And I just felt that if most of us have this, then those who don't have, send them to therapy. We are normal. Send them to a place where someone will be like, what, you go to sleep with no existential dread? Teri maa ki. They asked me if I want to take another appointment, but frankly, you know how expensive therapy is, okay? And I came here because I thought someone will tell me it's okay to move out of my parents' home. I don't want this fucking pie chart about me. So, the whole thing is if I spend all my saved money on therapy, I might get fixed, but then I won't be able to move out. Which is worse, because imagine being fixed and living in your parents' house. And seeing them for what they are. So I took that file, I put it into my cupboard, and I locked my cupboard, and I said, fuck it, we'll deal with it when the time is to deal with it. A couple of weeks pass, and I am totally using this anxious, depressive thing as a crutch, guys. It's amazing. I'm just walking around, someone's like, bro, my father has liver failure. And I was like, I'm anxious, depressive. It's a crutch, it's amazing. I was like, why should I fucking fix this? I can use it so often. If I come late for the show, you guys will be like, hey, Raunaq, unprofessional. 3 hours you've been waiting. Guys, come on, I'm anxious, depressive, okay? Get caught breaking signals. Dada, me, anxious, depressive. Just leave me alone, dude. Don't you get it? Couple of weeks pass, I'm in the green room of a comedy club. It's 1:30 a.m. I'm just hanging out with some of my other comedian friends. Suddenly, my phone rings. It's my mother. She never calls at this time. I pick up the phone. Before I can say hello, my mother says, what have we not done for you? And I thought, shit, have I left some tabs open? My mother says, I found the file! And my first thought was, shit, man. My mother knows I'm a sexual deviant. So immediately I was like, Ma, it's only 6%. Frankly, I think dad is like 13. You should see his WhatsApp groups. It's crazy. And my mother goes, I read everything you said about me. You said I'm a narcissist. I don't respect your space. I'm just so angry. Because I'm like, the one time somebody understood a doctor's handwriting. Did it have to be here and now? I tell her, Ma, when I come home, we'll talk about it. She's like, when you come home, you will talk about it. We both hang up. And I never went home. And that's how therapy helped me move out of my house. Obviously, that's not the real story. I had to go back home at some point. I'm just wasting time. I'm just walking on the road. Just walking on the road. And yeah, I don't know if you know this about me. I tend to get a little stressed, because I'm anxious. So I tend to get sad because I'm depressive. Yeah, that's true. I was also a little turned on because it's wasting time in the middle of the road. And then I realized it's 4 a.m. If they really are old people, they should be fucking sleeping right now. I go back home, and this is how my mother's house is, okay? You open the main door, and it's a living room, okay? Pitch black, pitch black, pitch black. 2 eyeballs. My mother switches on the light. Where were you? I just panicked. I was like, I forgot the way. My mom, she goes, I read everything. What have you said about me, yaar? And dude, this is when it hurt my feelings. Because I was like, here's a report that tells you that your son is struggling. And your only reaction is what it says about you. Maybe you are a narcissist. And I was so upset. I was so angry. I wasn't listening. My mom told me, listen to me. She picks me up, sit here. She puts me on the couch. Look at me and talk to me. I want you to hear that I have read this entire thing. I want you to go to your bedroom and go to sleep. Now what she says next, I could not believe. She says, I want you to get up in the morning. I want to call this guy, and beta, I want you to take an appointment with him. I am going to come with you. And he has to hear my side of the story. Can you believe if I did that? Just show up at this guy's clinic, talk for 15 minutes and be like, actually, sir, now time for the wildcard entry. My father comes, Gandu, you are the wildcard. I go, sir, these are my parents. He points behind him, these are mine. Yeah. The reason I do this story is because I wish someone told me back then that this very average therapist was probably right. You can't expect people to change. And sometimes it hurts so much because these are people you love. And you really wish that they would see things from your point of view, but they just don't. It's weird, right? Because in India, we live in a society where, your parents will tell you and treat you like a child and then get angry when you don't act like a grown-up. If you, like me, grew up in an unstable home, man, you have to move out. You have to seek autonomy. And that's obviously if you're over 18, okay? I don't want 7-year-olds to be like, actually, Raunaq ne bol diya tha. And this whole thing, moving out is just weird in our culture, okay? Because, you're allowed to move out. You can. But, if it's somewhere else for a job, placement lag gayi hai. For like going to college. But you can't tell your father, hey, Dad, I'm moving out because I want to find myself. That's not allowed. You can move out for marriage, yes, but only women can do that. Guys, if you want to do that, tu maar khane wala hai. The Indian need to be a good child is always going to make you feel guilty for putting your needs over somebody else. Yes, but sometimes you have to prioritize your own needs. Sometimes, not every time, okay? Otherwise, you're like my mom then, anyway. I just wish people told me this, It's just you have to grow up, you have to get out, you have to seek your own autonomy. So I hope if that's what you're looking for, you go out and you find your own space and you find your own place and you find your own peace. And listen, if you do find your own place, hit me up. I have a great cocaine guy.
You say that I'm a liar, you say that I am a lead. Somehow the father fire and go into the police. But I try to make it better, I try to make it look good. But you didn't wanna bother, you told me off just like you did so many times and for so long.